This video was created as the learning portfolio of using Publipreneur-based language learning (PBLL) collaborative project as thematic approach for non-native speakers of English in Indonesia. Here the learners were scouted to use basic skill of language reading, writing, listening, speaking within the learning steps starting from pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing, publishing, marketing, delivering. It is suggested that after watching video, the viewers would give comment, like and subscribe.
PT Film Indonesia present Chapter 1. This part will explain about vision, mission, and background. Vision of PT Film Indonesia. 1. Make people like Indonesian films compared to foreign films. 2. Make people aware of Indonesia's culture diversity. Mission of PT Film Indonesia. 1. Show films about Indonesian culture. 2. Showcasing the best actors in Indonesia in order to produce quality films. 3. Producing high moral films. Background. Currently, there are 264 million Indonesian citizens. This, of course, provides enormous potential in the human resources sector, which can have a massive effect on various industries in Indonesia. One of them is the film industry. However, from the many successes of Indonesian films last year, it turns out that there are many Indonesian films that are still of far quality and demand compared to foreign films. And also, the lack of capital to make films can be a factor in the lack of creativity of filmmakers. If no one facilitates it, the film may end up being something unattractive to watch due to its mediocre and market quality of the story. The company goals is to raise the name of Indonesian films in order to have better quality, encouraging Indonesian film to compete with foreign films, and lastly, introducing the diversity of Indonesian cultures. Chapter 2. Statement of the Chairman of Implementation. Harabi declared that the PBLL film for business proposal belongs to our group with the title PT Film Indonesia, which is proposed for the 2020 fiscal year, is the original of our business and has never been financed by any other institution or funding source. If in the future there is a discrepancy with this statement, we are willing to be prosecuted and processed in accordance with the applicable provisions. Chapter 3. Part A. Noble Purpose. Having a high level of concern for appreciating films by the nation's children. Mutual respect. Having enthusiasm. Increasing public awareness of watching Indonesian films compared to foreign films, and a portion of the income of around 40% will be donated to film schools in Indonesia. Even though actors and actresses in Indonesia are no less good than foreign actors and actresses. Part B. Target Customers. 1. Our target customers are all Indonesian people, from children to the elderly. 2. Where our company will be established in the Senayan area, Jakarta, because it is located in the city center so that you can easily get the latest film technology tools, and hopefully we can compete with foreign films. 3. Difficulties experienced by film fans are usually found in the content of Indonesian films, which are of less quality compared to foreign films. 4. For service, we will provide the best and professional service. We will provide quality films for the Indonesian people. 5. We hope this company can develop and produce quality films that are liked by the public at large and abroad. Part C. Company Information. Company Description. PT Film Indonesia provide quality films that can be watched by all ages. PT Film Indonesia not only produces film with the theme of love, action, horror, and drama, but PT Film Indonesia also feature film about Indonesia's wealth ranging from culture, ethnicity, to culinary, so that all Indonesian people will know about Indonesia's wealth. Part D. Relationship with the customers. Our way of promoting products is by creating brochures that are distributed to people and also spread through social media or online. In order for the Indonesian people to be interested in the film we offer, we will play Indonesian actors who are much loved by the public. We will treat the actors well so that they are comfortable working at PT Film Indonesia. Chapter 4. Facts about Indonesian films. 1. The first cinema appeared on December 5, 1900, long before Indonesia's independence. Cinemas had appeared in the area at the time called Batavia. The cinema was founded on December 5, 1900. Don't imagine that the cinema is the fine building it is today. The film at the time called Gambar Hidup was shown in the house owned by a Dutch businessman. 3 years after that, a new permanent cinema was built, which was named the Royal Bioskop. The location is also still in the entrepreneur's house. 2. Lutung Kasarung. The first film produced in Indonesia. The film titled Lutung Kasarung, directed by two Dutchmen, namely G. Kruger and L. Hubeldorp, is the first film produced in Indonesia. Previously, films screened in theaters were imported from abroad. Lutung Kasarung was first released on December 31, 1926. The main character is a monkey based on a popular story among the Sundanese people. 3. The first sound film was made in 1931. The first sound film in Indonesia was made in 1931, entitled Bunga Rus dari Cikembang. This film, which tells the story of the complicated relationship between two generations of ethnic Chinese in the Dutch East Indies, was directed, produced, and filmed by the Tang Chun. The film was adapted from a novel of the same title from 1927. Although the results were less than encouraging, Cikembang's Bunga Rus became an important milestone for the production of sound films in the following years. 4. Films turned into political propaganda. When Japan colonized the Dutch East Indies around 1942, films were used as a tool for political propaganda. Only films that contain Japanese propaganda and films that have been produced are allowed to be shown. As a result, the film industry at that time was very sluggish, and no new works emerged. 5. Blood and Prayers, the first Indonesian local feature film. The shooting of the first day of the film Blood and Prayer, or Long March of Siliwangi, on March 30, 1950, was designated as National Film Day. This is because the film directed by Umar Ismail is the first local film with Indonesian characteristics. 6. The Golden Age of the 1980s. In the 1980s, Indonesian children's films were hosted in their own house. For example, the film Catatan Si Boy and a series of stars such as Ongki Alexander, Meriam Bellina, and Lydia Kandou, which are still famous today. Unfortunately, the Indonesian film industry was sluggish in the 1990s. At that time, adult theme films dominate more so that they are less desirable. As a result, the onslaught of Hollywood and Hong Kong films cannot be avoided. 7. 1998 Backrise. In 1998, Indonesian films seem to have found their resurrection point again. Starting from Love in a Piece of Bread by Gari Nugroho and Petualangan Sherina by Mira Lesmana, again to stimulate the Indonesian film industry. Ada Apa Dengan Cinta, which tells the love story of Cinta and Rangga, has also succeeded in stealing the attention of the Indonesian people. Chapter 5. How is the current development of the Indonesian film industry? Indonesia, which is known as one of the countries with the largest area, certainly has a very large number of citizens. Currently, there are 264 million Indonesian citizens. One of them is the film industry. The Indonesian film industry had experienced ups and downs, and even experienced its lowest point in the 1990s. Petualangan Sherina, Adventure, and Ada Apa Dengan Cinta into three films that create hopes from Indonesian films for the years to come. How is the development of the Indonesian film industry today? When the Indonesian film industry continues to climb to the top of its glory, this means that the response from the Indonesian people is very good. This is an evidence that Indonesian films are able to dominate theater in every city in Indonesia. Increasingly, Indonesian films are showing their sharpness. The Indonesian film industry continues to grow. Young filmmakers are starting to appear, and the audience is satisfied with the works they watch. Indonesia has a lineup of horror films that continues to grow every year. There's nothing wrong with that, but there was a pace where too many horror films were produced, but not with great quality. Fortunately, many filmmakers have started making film outside the horror genre. The Raid 2, and Laskar Pelangi are clear evidence of the greatness of Indonesian films outside the horror genre. Every month, the latest Indonesian films always appear in theater. After going through dark times that have ever been experienced, the movement of the Indonesian film industry is difficult to stop. How is the situation of film in Indonesia? The Indonesian film industry in the last 10 years has begun to revive, marked by the presence of new films. Previously, Indonesian films did not get a place in the heart of the audience, being crushed by Hollywood films that entered Indonesia. Many Indonesian artists are talented, but they are too eager to get a quick profit. So many TV shows in Indonesia only adapt from TV shows from other countries, such as America, England, or Korea. Low production costs are likely to also affect the Indonesian film industry. However, it cannot be denied that even though the production costs are not always high, there are some of the best Indonesian films to watch, such as Laskar Pelangi 1, comedy film starring Raditya Dika, namely the film Marmut Merah Jambu, Manusia Setengah Salmon, and several other titles. Does a film that the audience is interested in depends on the director or the cast? Actually, a film that is in demand cannot only depend on the director or the players. A film can be in demand by many people because of the work of a good film production team. The roles of the scriptwriter, director, artistic layout, cameraman, and actors have the same effect on the result of film production. How to make a short film using a device or cell phone with good results? Picture framing and additional accessories such as rigs, tripod, lighting, and microphones. To make a good artistic layout, no wow artistic layout is needed. It is enough to adjust the film's theme and multiply the reference for making films on YouTube. Chapter 6. The conclusion is that our company can produce quality films that are acceptable to all Indonesians, making films that are useful, quality, and liked by many people. 1. Making films that are useful for the nation and state. 2. Making film production faster and of higher quality. 3. Select and determine the film to be suitable for all ages.